It's probably a good idea as a young professional to not leave it all on the field in your 20s and 30s. Welcome to Unemployable University. I'm your host, Joshua Lapidus, and today we're talking to the co-founder of Opolis, Eddie Pastore, about 401k and retirement planning for freelancers and independents. Over the course of this episode, we cover how an independent worker can open a 401k, some of the best retirement plan options for self-employed workers, crypto and retirement, and if you wait until the end of the episode, you'll learn Eddie's top self-employment retirement strategies. Eddie, I'd really like to know your why. Why do you spend so much time and effort in making it so that unemployables can have it a little bit easier?
The reason I've spent so much energy on trying to make an independent worker's life easier is because I really obsess over this idea of balancing the power of the worker and the project. I think there should be a very strong balance there. I'm very passionate that when someone owns their own business, they have the confidence and they have the pride in their work that benefits both them and the project. And they have the ability to work with who they want, where they want potentially, and even when they want, as long as they're delivering those results. So for me, I have very close friends that live in this world, and I'm seeing the trends. It's happening anyway. More and more folks are wanting to participate in this gig economy or in this economy where they are self-sovereign. And in a sense, we are decentralizing employment. And that's what keeps me going.
Decentralizing employment. I love to hear it. Does Opolis have any sort of either built-in mechanisms or recommendations for how to squirrel away some money for when we get old, eventually maybe?
Definitely something that you want to be thinking about and doing as soon as you're able. So definitely we recommend starting young, right? You need that to build, and you want to benefit from just the natural trajectory of the stock market, which on average increases 10% over time every year. So we do have a very easy way to contribute to our group plan, which is managed by Slavic. And so when you're doing your onboarding, you'll indicate that you would like to contribute to a 401k, at which point we'll actually submit some paperwork on your behalf to that 401k provider. And then a dedicated representative will reach out to you to answer any questions you have and to get that plan really customized the way that you want and talk to you about the different investment options that you have available to you. And you can be as hands-off or as hands-on as you want with your 401k. And then once you set up the amount that you want to contribute, we will just deduct that from your paycheck, or we'll bill your company depending on how you want to customize it. And it's set and forget.
Very cool. Does Opolis have any crypto or Web3 eligible or friendly retirement options?
So we refer people to Rocket Dollar, and they have a way to contribute to a retirement plan with crypto. There's nuances there. It's not a 401k. It's not a straightforward 401k plan, but they have figured out a way for you to invest in crypto for retirement. If you're interested in investing in crypto for your retirement, let our support team know when you're onboarding, and we can refer you to Rocket Dollar and give you a discount code.
So how can an independent worker or freelancer open a 401k without an employer?
Well, you can't access a traditional group 401k plan like we offer that is managed and follows sort of all of the things that you would experience working for a company. You can find certain options like a solo 401k, potentially. There's some nuances there, and maybe other type of retirement products. But the benefit with Opolis is that you're getting that traditional group employer 401k plan.
Very cool. Why do I need a company? It sounds like you have the corporate stuff figured out already. Why can't I just be employed by the Opolis Employment Commons?
So technically, you are employed in terms of employer of record for tax purposes only, really for payroll purposes only. And so we don't direct anyone's day-to-day responsibilities. We don't have any visibility into their day-to-day with their clients. And we have no control over our members other than we follow their direction as to how much payroll to process, and they access our benefits. So why you would need a company is that's the entity that you're going to want to bill your clients. Otherwise, you're putting us in charge. The alternative is to go work for a staffing company. The staffing company might place you somewhere, they're doing the billing for the hours that you're working, but they're going to mark that up 50% and take the profit. So if you want that flexibility, you can. There's trade-offs. You're going to have lower quality care and you're going to have less take home. You're going to be seen differently in a subtle way by the other employees at the projects that you're working on because you're just a temp, right? Coming in to help as a contractor versus with a company, you show up as a business owner. You show up as a fully formed professional consulting company, right?
How does self or solo 401k or IRA options work with the Opolis paycheck process?
So if you have a solo 401k or if you want one, we have a way to do that. You would then manage that solo 401k through your company on your own. So we have a handful of members that have a Vanguard solo 401k. And so what they do is they tell us the amount that they are contributing. And if they want to do some mix of their company is contributing some amount, but then they're also wanting to withhold some amount from their paycheck, we can facilitate that. And at the end, you just send that money from your company to Vanguard in that example. The reason why a lot of members will have both their company contributing and withholding from their paycheck is because that's how you can really maximize the amount that you can contribute to a 401k. So if you're really trying to get that nest egg, then there are ways to contribute up to around $50,000 a year.
Oh, cool. Through the Slavic 401k that you're able to access as part of withholding in your paycheck, can you offer yourself matching? How does that work?
You can offer yourself matching by essentially funding some of it from your company's books or bank accounts, and then also having some of it come from your paycheck. And the primary reason to do that is if you want to really contribute a lot, because you have a limit to how much you can withhold as an individual, and there is a limit to how much your company can match. But when you combine the two, you can get up to about $50,000 a year in contributions.
Wow, it's getting up there.
If you're interested in contributing anything less than 25% of your wages, then it's really easy to do it from your company. Your company can fund up to 25% of your wages, generally speaking. And then if you're just trying to get to about $20,000 or so, you can just do it through your paycheck. You can combine the two together to get to like $50,000, generally speaking, as of today, 2022.
All right, Opolis 5 years from now, what does it look like?
Opolis 5 years from now, I have the expectation and hope that we have so many more tools for you to run your own business. So when you're logging into the Opolis dashboard, you are accessing your work life. You are seeing the projects that you're working on. You are seeing the invoices that are out there, payments that should be coming in. There are job networks integrated so you can find opportunities. You can form a Flash team where you pool together with other members, where you get a fractional CTO combined with a couple developers, a QA engineer, and a project manager, and you form a Flash team to solve a project's needs and work on it for 3 weeks and then move on, right? And all of this is controlled and viewed and easily managed through your dashboard. And then on the other end of it, you have consistent payroll. So as that money's coming in, the taxes are being withheld out of it. You're seeing the benefits that you have, the retirement accounts, balances that you have, and everything else. We have aspirations to integrate with more Web3 type projects. So maybe you're signing contracts on chain with NFT type products for your clients. And maybe smart contracts are handling the collection of your work, essentially, with your clients. So lots of exciting and fun stuff, but we wanted to start with the foundation of being self-sovereign, and that is, how do I navigate taxes, compliance, benefits, and just overall employment regulations?
That's a really good answer, because when we talk about Opolis, and I talk about Opolis all around the world, I think I'm up to like 15 countries. A lot of the feedback will be, this sounds very US centric, but the answer you just gave is not US centric at all. That's just independent worker centric.
That's right. And as we plan to expand internationally, the vision there is you could be contributing to a US project and contributing to a project in Puerto Rico or in Canada or somewhere in Europe. And you could be working with other members in those areas too, to form those Flash teams and really start to collaborate. The other thing that we'll probably integrate at some point is the ability to pay a finder's fee to a recruiter if they can help you land a project, right? And so the whole ecosystem of work is enormous. And as we continue to go down the path here, I think we're definitely poised to lead the space. And we didn't talk about the work token very much, but it is a very interesting element of our project because all the payroll that you run through the Opolis platform then makes you eligible for a reward token. And because you become an owner of a cooperative, we have a way for those tokens to really be the unit of account for us to then potentially distribute profits sharing in the future through that cooperative mechanism.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the work token. I think that'll have to be another episode.
Yeah. Well,
it's a little.
We're both shilling it in right now anyway. We're just not talking about it. So we'll leave it
a little bit of foreshadowing. Yeah, that shirt you're wearing looks like the original Eat Denver version.
This is V1. This is version 1, man. Genesis. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. Back.
Yeah, you can see it says it's got the little Opolis O. And actually, if you hold it up a little closer, you can see we put that Opolis O inside the middle of the not a Triforce. Also not the Deathly Hollows for copyright lawyers who are listening. It is the magnum opus, the old alchemical symbol.
Yeah, and then you have a newer version.
I do have the newer version.
Yes,
we had made this summer for PN Travel and for MCon, and it's a little less faded, but I think I like the faded version better.
I prefer the faded.
I feel like we're in like Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, and like yours is the present, but the future past version, and mine's the future past present version.
Well, there's only a limited amount, and you're not getting mine.
I have plenty, but maybe we can auction off some vintage ones for our lucky listener.
We will. Yeah, let's plan on it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Eddie, at Unemployable University. How did you enjoy being a guest lecturer?
It was great. Great chatting with you, and looking forward to the series.
Thanks for joining us. Till next time, I'm your host, Joshua Lapidus, a founding steward of Opolis, co-founder of SporkDAO, professional buff corn wrangler, and tenured professor here at Unemployable University.